Stu back with part 3 of the 12 new champions. The 12 new champions that just came out. This is the rare edition. Only rare champions. Let's get to it. So we have Adjudicator. Let's go and find this in High Elves. Let's see how these rares are. Usually the rares they come out with aren't very good. I'm going to say that straight off. The rares usually don't even have a place in the game, which is sad because I want rares to have a set role. I want rares to be not as good as the epics or legendaries, but I want them to have a spot. So if you pull a rare, you can at least bring a weaker version of a strong champion, not copy paste the skills and make them weaker, but you know what I mean. Have them at least good for something in the game that we can use as a rare, and then we're excited, of course, when we get the epic or legendary version because it's an upgrade and can do kind of what their job might be or their role might be, but better. So let's see what we have here for a rare. Adjudicator is a magic champion again. 20% chance, 20, 30, 40, 45% chance to place a heal reduction debuff for 2 turns, 50% heal reduction. Okay, we have a attack one enemy has a 70% chance to decrease the turn meter by 20%. So it's a 3-turn cooldown. It's a rare champion. You don't even have a 100% chance to lower it by 20%. I mean, come on. It's a rare. Give her 100%. She's a 3-turn cooldown. Let her lower somebody's turn meter by 20%. It's not going to break the game. It's not going to hurt anything. Nobody right now, from looking at her, is going to use her anyways. Attacks 2 times at random, places a increase the cooldown of one of the target skills by 1 turn. See what I mean? On a 4-turn cooldown. This girl looks total garbage. She's hot garbage. That's all she is. I don't see anybody. She has low HP. She has decent attack. She has moderate defense for rare, but her skills aren't going to put her anywhere. I don't see her being used anywhere. Who do you want to bring her into? Who would you use her for? I just don't see any level 20 dungeons being used on. 15 dungeons don't matter. You're already going to get strong enough that you're going to blow through 15 with almost any group you bring in there. That's not a problem. So I want these rares to fill a role, and I don't see her filling any role whatsoever, which I don't like. I like the process of coming out with champions that actually, we're going to go to Crimson Slayer, Knights Revenant. If you're a creative person and you're thinking about new champions to bring into the game, sure, it's going to be hard over time to think about everything, and future content might bring a role for these champions that we're not seeing right now. But again, you still want to give them a little bit of something that's good for now, that's good for people to play with and want these new champions. Attack 3 times at random. Each hit has a chance to place a sleep debuff. This is good for waves. We can't do that to the boss, of course. Attack one enemy has a chance to decrease the turn meter by 50%, 100% chance to decrease it by 50%, and fills this champion's turn meter equal to the amount lost. Now, this is a good one. This is actually letting you decrease their turn meter. You're not always going to get 50% back yourself, probably, if they don't have 50% to take, but you're going to get whatever the turn meter is and give her close to taking another extra turn, at least. Attack all enemies has a 100% chance to place a 50% heal reduction for 1 turn. But it's on a long cooldown, a 5-turn cooldown. But she's Spirit, so this screams Fire Knight 20. This is what I was just talking about. Bring me a rare champion that actually has a spot. I don't see her anywhere else. I don't see her anywhere else. I don't see her in PvP. I don't see her in Clan Boss. I don't see her in Dragons, Spiders, Ice Golem. I only see her in, because she's Spirit, Fire Knight 20 is Force. She's hitting 3 times, which we need the additional hits to drop down his shield. She's doing the turn. So if his shield's down, you want to take his turn meter so he doesn't bring his shield up as often. And then you need heal block. But this heal block is on a really long cooldown. It's not very trusty. I wish it was a shorter cooldown. It's an AoE. Yes, granted, that's fine. She's rare. This could definitely be a 4-turn cooldown, and it wouldn't break something. It would make her more viable. And I think this would be a really good rare. She has low HP. She has good attack and good defense. So this is it. This is a rare I'm talking about. Bring in a rare that actually is tuned for something. She is good for Fire Knight. We can all see that. Let's go on to the Harvester Void Dark Elf. Where is she at? Where is, if I can click these buttons, Harvester Dark Elf. So I'm not going to bring her as a rare into there. I have other options that are great, but that's what I mean. You have a rare that's viable somewhere. Let's see if this Void is viable somewhere or not. Attack one enemy 2 times has a 40% chance to place a 15% weakening debuff. So sometimes I don't know if this is per hit or not. Veteran is not per hit. Even though he hits 2 times, he doesn't have a chance each hit on a skill 1 to place the decreased attack debuff that he does. He only has 1 chance. Terrell says that. Terrell says that actually in his move that each hit it has a chance to apply it. So I'm assuming she doesn't have 2 chances to apply this, and it really doesn't matter. She's a void, which is hard to get. She's they're much more expensive to buy if you're going to buy them and not try to get them from other avenues like logins, clan bosses, drops that I get them from, and things like that. And she's only doing 50% weaken when we have Aethel over here is a rare regular, and she's applying it all the time. These kind of things don't make sense to me. Making her 25% weaken would not break anything in the game whatsoever. And I bet I'm going to look at the rest of her skills and she's not going to be good for anything in the game. Watch. So attack one enemy has a 100% chance to block buffs, debuff for 2 turns. That's good on some 15 stuff. There's some keeps that you need to block that you don't need to. You can block the buffs. But other than that, she's not going to be used for any level 20 stuff. And 15 stuff you can just blow through with anybody once you get strong enough. No problem. Attack one enemy, chance to decrease the cooldown of one of the target skills. That's only going to work on waves or in PvP. Again, here is another void champion that is total just trash. You're not going to use this champion. And why even have 15% weaken when this could be 25 easy and still she wouldn't be used anywhere in the game whatsoever. If I'm wrong, let me know I'm wrong. Let me know that where you would use this champion. Let me know where you would put this rare champion. And not because she's rare, just because these skills just don't make any sense anywhere. I just don't see her being played. Do we have other people? Let's see. That was Harvester. Okay, we've got Vanguard. We've got another Void in the, what is it? I can look it up here. We have another Bannerlords. So we have another Void in Bannerlords. I like Bannerlords. Let's see if this guy is going to be good. He's a Void Rare. I hope so. I want Void Rares that are really good. That when you get these Void Rares, you're really excited to get them. He's got good HP. He's got good defense. He's got okay attack for what this champion is. Vanguard, attack one enemy, places a 30% decreased defense debuff for 1 turn if the target's HP is lower than this champion. Okay, how is the target HP going to be lower than this champion? Because you know, clan boss defense, if the target's defense is lower than this champion's defense. Okay, when would the clan boss's defense be lower than this guy? If you have a 60% decreased defense, even then would it really be lower? And if you already have 60% decreased defense up, you're not going to want his 30% decreased defense. It's not going to apply. And if you're rolling through dragons, if you're rolling through anything level 20, even the wave guys are going to have more defense than this guy stacked up. I'm sure of it. They just have to. I cannot imagine them not having higher defense than this guy. The dragon and everybody else is going to have higher defense than this guy. So where is this going to apply? I don't understand. And he is, again, he's void. Why not make this 60%? Because it's not going to apply very often. And it is for what? 1 turn. It's for 1 turn too. Come on, man. Who are making these champions that are just... This guy, when is he going to apply this? Places a provoke debuff for 1 turn if the target is under decreased defense. Okay, again, how is he going to put somebody under decreased defense? And then he's not even going to provoke because they're not going to be under decreased defense. This guy is a wreck. I don't even know what they thought. Decrease the duration of all buffs on the attacker when hit. This I like. This is a unique passive that should be on a really good champion and not this guy. If I have a 2-turn attack buff on myself, 50% attack buff, I'm attacking this guy. It's going to drop down to a 1 turn, and then at the end of my turn, I guess it would fall off if it's on, you know, that rotation. So that is really good. If I had, it says duration of all buffs. So if I've got 3 buffs on me that do cool things, if I've got immunity debuff, if I have an immunity buff, if I have an attack buff, and I've got some other kind of buff on me, and I attack this guy, they're all going to be lowered by 1 turn, all of them. That's very powerful. That's very strong. It's very strong against bosses as well. But when you have a dude that is only going to apply the decreased defense for 1 turn, if the target's defense is lower than his, is very weird. If it said higher than his, then I could get down with that. I could understand this guy's, he's not even he's not even a defense-based champion. He's not even doing damage based off of defense. So I could understand that then. I could understand getting this guy with a whole bunch of, what, if it was higher, with a whole bunch of attack, keep his defense low, and then it would apply, and then he could apply a provoke later on. But otherwise, tell me, please, you guys, tell me in the comments below, where would you use this guy? Does this skill make sense at all? And it's 1 turn, and it's 30%. Wouldn't you love this passive on somebody good? I would love this passive on anybody good. Take anybody that we've talked about that's been good lately, put this passive on them, and it would just make them skyrocket to just the next tier up level of greatness. I like this passive a lot. Let's go on. We've only got one more. We've got an uncommon. This uncommon is in Ogren Tribe. He is, where are we going? Where are we going? We are over here. He is an uncommon, so unless he's like Shield Guard or somebody else that's a cool uncommon, then I don't see him being played. Maybe they just needed to put in an uncommon to level things out. I don't like this character model. It looks like a ghoulish Santa Claus, so it's ruining my Christmas. It's Krampus, the horror movies, if you watch Krampus, and he's got really low HP, and he's got nothing. Nobody's going to play this guy. He's just in there as a filler, so we understand that. Let's go back over. Let me see here what we have. We went over the rares, Adjudicator, Crimson Slayer, Harvester, Vanguard. So we got a lot of just bad rares in there. We have Crimson Slayer, which we already talked about, good for Fire Knights 20, right? We've got Adjudicator, no good for anything. Now take into mind, you guys look at these, and you let me know, seriously, let me know where you would play them and where they're good at. And then we've got Harvester, just all this garbage characters, and we've got Vanguard, which Vanguard doesn't make sense to me. It says he's a defense type. He's doing damage off of attack, and then he needs to have really high defense to apply the other stuff. So let me know if I'm wrong. Please tell me. Again, thank you all for the support. That's all the champions. We are done now. I'm going to post all this together. We are done with all the new champions. We can move on to other things. I'm going to work on my legendary tier list. Continuing that, I'm going to work on a couple champion spotlights that people have asked me to do. Above me, you will see the SG to subscribe. You will see other videos to the what left of you. I have to point this way. And thank you so much for your support. I really do appreciate it. I will see you all on the next video.